Joe in real life, squat every day, 108. So I'm in my cul-de-sac, as always, doing my morning constitutional. I feel sore and beat up today. The new year approaches. Our time of vigor and discipline is just on the horizon. And I think today will be a rest day. Now, I still have to squat, of course. And I don't know what I want to do, but I think I'm going to do weird stuff. I think I want to do the one-arm overhead squats and maybe some goblet squats. Just get into positions, just try and loosen up. You know, it's funny, before I started filming this, I was listening to John Bernthal on Joe Rogan. John Bernthal, the actor. I know him from The Punisher and The Walking Dead, but he's done a lot of other stuff. Fury, he was in the tank movie Fury. He was good in it. I didn't really like that movie. But listening to him, I was shocked by how intelligent and sensitive he is. He has a podcast too. Of course, everyone has a podcast now. And I did watch his Shia LaBeouf, I don't know his name, episode, and was really impressed, but I haven't watched any others. I don't know. It's encouraging, I think. He's my age, a white man, on Joe Rogan, which, how do you get more cliche than that? But it was encouraging to see somebody from my generation, of my ilk, just be so open and so sensitive. And like, I think on the ground, we encounter each other. And because we're in the herd, we often encounter the worst about each other. You know, we're reduced to our lowest common denominator. And that's often sports or tits. Or I don't know why I just said tits, but you get the idea. And if you're somebody like me, you find that like grotesquely disappointing, even though on its face there's nothing wrong with either of those things or being interested in them. And it's refreshing. That's all I'm saying. It's refreshing to be represented better than that, you know? And maybe that's the crux of representation across the board. It's not that we want more representation. We want better representation. We want to be reminded of the best aspects of who we are and not repeatedly shown the worst. That's my pseudo-philosophical rant for the day. I'm done. On the squats. We're going to do some squats every day. Look how tired I am. Stay tuned. It's going to be great. Gripping content, as always. Addenda. Look, a sweet little rainbow for my morning. I mean, I'm not trying to be the double rainbow guy here, but like, that's a good omen, right? Look at that. It's beautiful. Today's going to be a good day. You know, lots of good vibes behind today. Lots of good feels. Today's going to work out great. I'm excited. All right, on the squats. So in classic fashion, I broke my plan. I decided to do this screwball uneven squat where I basically negotiate the bar onto one shoulder rather than across my back and just squat with it. Like, I don't know, it's not overly complicated an idea, but it's a very complicated movement. And it's stupid. Like, it's a completely pointless movement. But it's also really fun. And that's kind of the idea or the theme today. I have a blackboard, or I got the chalkboard paint, and I painted a little message, or I painted the board on my garage, and I write little messages to myself. And today's message was, how did I put it? Be intense and have fun. Shit, I can't remember now. I was just staring at it for like 30 minutes. But the idea behind it is that, like, oh, it was be serious, take it seriously, be intense, have fun. And the idea behind that is that, like, those seem like they're in conflict, those ideas, you know? Take it seriously and have fun seem like they're in the opposite end of the spectrum. And be intense, well, if it's possible at all, maybe that's the glue that holds those two ideas together. But I don't mean them as three separate ideas. I don't think that they're mutually exclusive in any way. I mean it as one idea, one complex idea that just can't be expressed any other way. And maybe it can be expressed another way. In fact, if you have another idea on that, please put it in the comments. I would genuinely love to hear it. But I think that we're more complex than even we alone give ourselves credit for, you know? And not to keep harboring back to John Bernthal, but like, that got me thinking about it, you know? That like a person can appear some kind of way on the outside and even sound some kind of way. But if you just do a little scratching under the surface, there's wild complexity hiding there, you know? And incredible depth and wealth of feeling and thought. And we deserve more credit for that. Like, people aren't as base and stupid and shitty. And I don't mean to suggest that I thought John was those things. Because certainly I didn't. But, like, we make snap judgments of each other when we encounter each other in public, especially when somebody's behaving in a less than admirable way. You know, we'll make grand sweeping assumptions about them, and that they're often inaccurate. You know, maybe that's it. Maybe that's all I wanted to say. So I started doing these squats I started filming just on one side because I found I needed rest between each set. But I did do them both sides. When I do imbalanced work, I don't count the rep unless I get it on both sides. And I PR'd today. I've only ever done this lift one time before, and I got up to 135. And today I did 150. Excuse me, putting the weights on the bar in my typical stupid way. You know, 150 is 425s, 2.5s. And I just really love that. I love how it looks. I think it looks dumb. And it's funny, you know? And maybe that's that be fun aspect of this thing, you know? Like, this is all I did today, and it's all I'm going to do. I feel depleted, I feel tired, and I just was like, well, can you go into your garage with a playful spirit and just do something whimsical? But also, can you still be serious-minded and intense and have fun, you know? Like, yeah, man, my shoulders hurt.
That really hurts.
All right, here's the big one. I apologize for filming it this way, but I'm gonna put it on Shorts and Instagram too. If you want to follow my Instagram, I'm just Yogi Mojo Jojo. Maybe I'll tag it below, or I'll tag it in the description. My Instagram, I put a lot more of my old-timey strongman lifts in there. And yeah, like, I don't know, I could just combine the two things, the content for both things, but I like having them separate. And yeah, I'm pretty proud of that lift. Like, I feel really good about it, you know? Yeah, it's awkward and stupid and silly and just fun. You know? God, I'm a fucking dork. So yeah, that's my chalkboard, and this is what I wrote. And it was nice, man. It really propelled me through this. I don't know. I think everyone you meet today has their own struggles and their own pain. And maybe we could keep that in mind and just be kind to each other, you know? We don't have to suck their dick. But like, we could extend a little generosity, a little mercy to the people we meet because they got stuff bubbling under the surface. Same as you, same as me. That's it. This is Joe in real life. I love you guys. And yeah, be good to each other.